Hey folks, welcome to PlayBranson, the show where you get to know Branson entertainers better. I'm your host, Chris Meyer, and today's episode is brought to you by iBranson.com. It's the place where you can find the latest Branson show schedules and attraction information, so be sure to go to iBranson.com. Our guest today is Brittany Smith, General Manager at the Butterfly Palace, and Fidget, an inventor at the Butterfly Palace. Now, here's the deal. It's time to make your reservations for Ozark Mountain Christmas. It starts November 1st and it goes through the first part of January. What a great time to be in Branson. Lights, Christmas shows, shopping. If you've never been to Branson at Christmas, you've got to come. It is a wonderland. Folks, we'll be back in just a second with our guest. Hang tight.
There are so many things to do in Branson. You need help planning and booking all your fun. You need iBranson.com. You can find everything Branson has to offer from your computer, tablet, or cell phone. You can even buy tickets online or talk to one of their friendly Branson travel specialists. There's no sales pitches, no delivery fees, no service fees, and no waiting. It's fast and easy. Find your fun at iBranson.com. Do it all online or call 877-ENTERTAIN. That's 877-368-3782. iBranson.com.
Hey folks, welcome back to PlayBranson. On today's show, I have folks from the Butterfly Palace. I have Brittany Smith, the General Manager. Welcome.
Thank you.
And I have Fidget.
Good morning.
It's good to have you here. Now, I've never had Fidget on the show before. Now, Brittany, you've been on the show. Mm-hmm. It's been a while, but You've been on. So anyway, every once in a while, we like to have an attraction on the show, and they're going to tell us a lot about what you can experience out at the Butterfly Palace, but we always like to get to know our guests and their history. And so, Brittany, we'll start with you first. And so tell us a little bit about your background and how you got into this attraction business.
Okay. Well, I grew up in Forsyth, so a local for life. And I started at the Palace when I was 19. So I've been there 17 years now. So almost half of my life spent at the Butterfly Palace, which is crazy to say. So if anything, that just shows the awesome place that it is, and we've evolved and grown so much in those 17 years, and we have a lot of growth to go. So I'm excited to stay there and be a part of that.
Okay, awesome. Fidget, tell us a little bit about you and your background.
Well, I'm Fidget. I've been performing in Branson on and off since 1995. And I was looking for a home and finally found one right here at the Butterfly Palace. And they've given me the opportunity to entertain young people and families alike. And we have a lot of fun showing inventions and ways to help the butterflies and things like that. So I get to spend a lot of time getting to know our guests that come to visit us every year.
Yeah. So before you were there, can you tell us a little more about the other things that you did?
Yeah, I've spent my life doing a lot of theater, a lot of anything from murder mysteries to musicals to commercials. So I've done the gamut of all kinds of different things in entertainment. Been very blessed. Traveled around the world, went and did shows in other countries and things like that. So yeah, I've been very blessed in my life to be able to perform and entertain people all over the world. Yeah.
Wow. Can you give us some of the countries that you were in?
Well, I did one of the main ones was doing a tour of Europe. You know, we went to France and Germany and England. Did a show called One Way Ticket, which was a lot of fun. We were on the road for 6 months. Didn't get to see much of the country really because you're on the bus during the day and you're doing the shows at night. But I performed all through California and Arizona, Texas, Atlanta. I've been all over the place, Florida. Yeah.
Okay. So Brittany, as the general manager, of course, most people would know that you're running the show at the end of the day. Uh-huh. And you didn't start out that way, right?
Nope. I was a cashier, and I was going to school full-time and working full-time. And I fell in love with the Palace and was transitioned to assistant manager, and then in 2013 I became general manager and have been there since.
There you go. So 11 years as a general manager. I think it's a good lesson of just, number one, hard work, perseverance, stability, long term. And so I think what we are always trying to do is encourage people that the tourism industry, you can have a career in there in a lot of different aspects, whether it's an entertainer, whether it's a musician, or it's managing the actual business, operations of the theater or of the show or attraction or whatever it is. Fidget, tell people a little bit about what you do at the Butterfly Palace.
Oh my goodness. I get to enjoy spending time with the guests mostly. I get to know the people that are coming to visit with us. I get to know a little bit about where they're from and what they're doing here, what makes it special for their visit. Some people are coming just to enjoy the butterflies. Other people have a much deeper meaning when they come to visit the butterflies. They're there to remember somebody or to celebrate a birthday or a holiday or an anniversary. So I get to enjoy all those wonderful aspects of being with the guest and enjoy the smiles on their faces and hopefully get to leave them with a gift of a laugh and a happy day.
Okay.
Yeah.
I tell you what, folks, I think we're going to stop right here and we will be back in just a minute to learn more about what is the Butterfly Palace. Hang tight and we'll be right back.
Going to Branson for some relaxation and fun? You've got to stay with Branson's award-winning hotel family, Meyer Hotels. Meyer Hotels features 4 hotels in Branson with the best locations for your trip. Choose from brands you know and trust, like the Holiday Inn Express on Green Mountain Drive, the Best Western Centerpoint Inn, Comfort Inn at Thousand Hills, and the Comfort Inn and Suites. Enjoy refreshing indoor pools and hot tubs. Do you like free? How about a free hot breakfast each morning? Free vacation planning services, and of course, smiles are always free. Want even more value? Go to MeyerHospitality.com and join our e-club to save 15% off your next stay and check out incredible deals with our vacation packages. Call 1-877-FUN-STAY to book Branson's award-winning hotels or visit MeyerHospitality.com. It's your safe choice for award-winning lodging in Branson. MeyerHospitality.com.
Hey folks, welcome back to PlayBranson. On today's show, we have folks from the Butterfly Palace, and I have Brittany Smith and Fidget. And so maybe you're out there and you're like, I've seen this building kind of on the hill, but I really don't know what's going on up there. So Brittany, tell us a little bit about what you have.
Okay. So we are a rainforest adventure. So everything is tied into the rainforest specifically. Our butterflies are exotic species imported from the rainforest, and our background story / mission is to help the rainforest, the people in the rainforest, like the butterfly farm specifically, and through the purchase of butterflies is how we do that. Then our guests get to enjoy the beautiful butterflies, of course. So we have a 3D movie talking about the monarch migration. Everybody loves the monarch butterfly, so you can't, of course, leave the monarch out, even though we don't fly the monarch specifically. We have a banyan tree walkthrough. That's a fun, immersive exhibit for the kids. And then we have a mirror maze, and we have a rainforest science center with reptiles and amphibians as well.
I love the mirror maze because it's like, folks, you have mirrors on all sides of you, and you're trying to figure out how to get through this maze that's all mirrors, literally.
64 mirrors, top to bottom. And it's decked out to look like a never-ending rainforest. If you think about the bottom level of the rainforest is dark, doesn't get a lot of sunlight and certain critters that live down there. So we're kind of trying to tell that part of the story. So
yeah. Now, have you ever had anybody that couldn't get out?
We have had people call us from inside to the main number and say they're stuck in the maze. Please come get us.
That is hilarious.
And that has happened on more occasions than we would like to admit. So, yeah.
Okay, so if you go, you might not get out, but just keep trying because you can do it. Now, you mentioned the next thing after that, it was the rainforest, what did you call it?
Critter Center.
The Critter Center. So talk a little bit more in detail about that.
Yeah, so as everyone who has been to school knows, the rainforest is home to most of the world's species, and we have lots of reptiles and amphibians, rainforest species, and so that's a hands-on experience. People can touch some of them, pet some of them, learn about them, watch them eat. People are so interested in what does a lizard eat, and so we get to again immerse the guest into another part of the rainforest story. So
okay, now Fidget. You guys have this big, what I'd call atrium. Maybe that's not the right words, where all the butterflies are. Yeah. Is that where you hang out?
Oh, sometimes, yeah. I like to go in there and do butterfly releases with people for special events and just for fun sometimes. So we go and hang out in there with over 2,000 tropical butterflies. Now, remember, you won't find these butterflies anywhere in the United States, my friend. You have to go to places like Malaysia, Africa, Australia, Costa Rica to find these particular butterflies. So it really is a unique experience for our guests.
Now, when you said the word butterfly release, I know what that means.
Yeah.
But somebody out there may not know what that means. So tell people, what is a butterfly release?
Well, it's really a beautiful experience. Once the butterflies emerge from their chrysalis and they're born, we bring them out in cups to let people release them into the aviary for their very first flight. So it's really a beautiful and sometimes very emotional thing for our guests. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, there's something else that you guys have developed that I think is unique to you guys. And tell people what that is, and hopefully you know what I'm talking about.
Is it the 3-day wristband or the nectar flower?
The nectar flower. The 3-day wristband is good too. Yeah. Well, let's talk about both of those, actually.
So the nectar flower, we are always looking at ways we can get the people closer to the butterflies. That's what makes it a unique experience, right? You can't really go to your backyard. You might be able to see butterflies, but can you touch them? Can they light on you? Can you feed them? No. So you can come to the Butterfly Palace. We give you a little handheld nectar flower with orange powdered Gatorade and water. And those butterflies will come to your flower, and you can walk around and just feed the butterfly and get as close as you want, which is a unique experience you can't get anywhere else.
Yes. So, folks, that's something else that's happening now in this atrium. I've been several times, and in there, you guys also have musicians.
Yes.
So tell people about that.
Live music daily, and they currently are musicians. Both, we have two, play the hammered dulcimer, which I was never familiar with before meeting these two folks, and both of them are very popular. One gentleman used to work at Silver Dollar City many years ago. We have people come in all the time that recognize him. The other one, she travels all over and does a lot of events, and people come specifically just to see her as well.
Because she didn't she win some dulcimer competitions?
Yeah.
Yes.
She's amazing.
And she was on the show, but it was a really long time ago, but she was on the show. So you have this atmosphere that I think is really, it's unique and amazing, where you have people playing dulcimers, you've got the butterflies flying around. In some cases, they're landing on you, they're landing on there. And so talk about the 3-day band too, because there's not necessarily a time requirement.
Right. So it's self-guided, and we have a lot of people spend, an hour and a half, 2 hours. But maybe you have a show to go to. Maybe you're hot in the butterfly room. Maybe you're going to go to Silver Dollar City today, so you only had a little bit of time. And so we developed this 3-day wristband, and we found, I would say, over 50% of our customers in one of their 3 days end up coming back, even if it's just a couple passes through the mirror maze. Maybe they missed the movie, or maybe they want to spend a whole, another hour there. Which is really cool because we get to spend more time with them. They get more value out of their ticket, and maybe they didn't, get to see something the one day, and they don't have to miss out on that. So
The other thing that they have that they haven't mentioned yet, and I know they want you to visit, is their gift shop.
Oh yeah, one of the biggest gift shops probably maybe in town. I don't know. I hear all the time how unique our gift shop is, and I do the buying, so I really try to look for anything anybody is wanting in butterfly. You could probably find it at the Palace. So
yeah, so especially butterfly related memorabilia, whatever. That's probably not the right word, but that type of stuff. But other stuff too. Yeah,
people really they want to commemorate their visit, but then we have a lot of butterfly fanatics that come to the Palace. Like, they just love butterflies, and so they want a butterfly umbrella, butterfly purse, butterfly shirt, literally anything. And so it's like Christmas.
But anything connected to the rainforest. I mean, we have all kinds of things, from lizards to butterflies, and even Fidget stickers. We've got it all right there in the...
And a lot of locally made things, handmade things, artistic, and we have some stuff from like Costa Rica and things like that as well.
So your butterflies you mentioned are from all over, but I remember Costa Rica as being one of the main places, correct, that you guys get butterflies. I went to Costa Rica last summer, in fact, and so I saw some of these, rainforest places, I guess you'd call it. Okay, so I've been driving by, and I noticed this new kind of thing going on outside. So tell me, what is the new thing I'm seeing?
Yes, so we have a solar panel covered parking section of our parking lot, and there's 8 EV chargers. So we know, EVs are just kind of beginning, but the anticipation is that over the next 10 years, there will be a lot more electric vehicles. They are for public use, so you don't have to buy a ticket for the Palace, at least for now. And so, yeah, you can come and charge, but hopefully come into the Palace while you're charging, and it's at an affordable rate and it's covered. And so we hope.
So if they want to charge their vehicle, there is a cost to charge their vehicle.
Yes, a small cost to charge your vehicle, and it's pretty consistent with the other places we saw in town. Yeah.
Okay. So Fidget, I hear there may be something else new. Is there anything you can tell me about what else is new?
Well, we don't want to give too much away, but over the next year or so, you're going to see a lot of changes coming to the Butterfly Palace. A large expansion is coming, new adventures for people to enjoy and experience, along with the talking tree, of course, Woodrow, who's already there and ready to go. We've got all kinds of exciting experiences coming, as well as making the place bigger and more enjoyable that can hold more people. So we're really excited about the expansion that's coming.
So can you talk a little bit more, Brittany, about a talking tree? What is a talking tree?
Right. So our main goal is always, how can we tell our story better? How can we immerse the guest in the experience, make it educational but entertaining as well? So we had Chase Studios, which some local people might be familiar with, build us a talking tree. And this tree is a tree of life from the rainforest. His name is Woodrow, and he wants to tell the story of the rainforest to the guest. So you can interact with Woodrow live. He will do live stories and live interactions, specifically talking about the rainforest and a little bit more about our story. And kids are already loving it. They're taking pictures in front of him and trying to make him, wink and smile and things like that.
Wow. Okay, Fidget, it says, I think on your name tag, an inventor. Is that right?
Yeah, that's me.
Can you tell me something that you've invented?
Well, yeah, it was ways to feed the butterflies better, ways for guests to experience the butterflies better, getting up close and personal, like our nectar flowers and things like that, and different nectars that help them last longer and take better care of them and health and keep them around longer. So we're doing a lot of things just as a company, trying to forward the butterflies and find ways to better show their prowess and get people to know more about them. Firm believers in education through entertaining. And we feel that people learn better when they're engaged and entertained. And so that's what we strive to do.
Okay, awesome.
Fidget gets the kids involved in helping him with these inventions as well. So
we get to invent things together.
So Brittany, tell me, when are you open? How many days a year? All that kind of fun stuff.
We are open 7 days a week, 9 to 5, year round, rain or shine. We close Christmas Day and Thanksgiving Day, and that's it, because it's always 80 in the butterfly room. It's always nice and warm and sunny. So the butterflies do not change in that aspect. There's always the same amount of butterflies flying. So
okay, folks, this is another example of an attraction that stays open virtually every day except for 2. And so, if you're thinking maybe of coming to Branson in the off season, which we would consider like January or February, this is another attraction that you can go to in January, February, and March and all that. And so we're trying to highlight that Branson is open in the off season, and there's a lot of attractions that are open. Mm-hmm. So anyway, 9 to 5 every day. Remember this, the wristband, if you wear it for the 3 days, you can get in is 3 times over the 3 days. That's amazing for an attraction.
Yeah.
So folks, go check out the Butterfly Palace. I think you're going to be, if you haven't ever been there, you're going to be surprised at all there is to do, and it's fun for the whole family. We'll be back in just a second to wrap the show up.
There are so many things to do in Branson. You need help planning and booking all your fun. You need iBranson.com. You can find everything Branson has to offer from your computer, tablet, or cell phone. You can even buy tickets online or talk to one of their friendly Branson travel specialists. There's no sales pitches, no delivery fees, no service fees, and no waiting. It's fast and easy. Find your fun at iBranson.com. Do it all online or call 877-ENTERTAIN. That's 877-368-3782. iBranson.com.
Hey folks, welcome back to the show. We've been talking to Brittany Smith and Fidget with the Butterfly Palace. Now, you'll find the Butterfly Palace at 4106 West 76 Country Boulevard. Now, if you're headed towards Silver Dollar City, it's really one of the last buildings on the right before you kind of get into the Ozark Mountains before Silver Dollar City. They're open daily, 9 to 5. So, and you can take your armband, you can go back 3 days when you purchase it. So you can go multiple times. What a great value. Now, if you need help planning your Branson vacation, be sure to go to ibranson.com, or you can call those folks at 1-877-ENTERTAIN. They have been serving guests for 30 years in Branson, helping them plan their vacation, show tickets, attractions, lodging, the whole bit. Now, you can also find our PlayBranson episodes on social media, on Facebook, YouTube, our own website, PlayBranson.com. But we would love it if you would go to YouTube and subscribe to our channel. You can also find our episodes on thevacationchannel.com. So however you want to watch us, we're probably there. Now, go see some live entertainment this week, support our local musicians, and relax and enjoy music. That's it for today. We'll see you next time here on Play Branson.